everyone, this is Millie Sakamaki, and we are back with Cemetery Mary. Last time, we were talking with Twyla. We were trying to help her out find the butcher. She, was stealing stuff, and was making us do distractions as she investigated. Which, to be honest, sounds very, strange. After a bit, Crowven found us with Twyla, and Crowven told us not to hang out with Twyla anymore, which is very strange coming from him, but at the same time, he has known her long enough. And then, Twyla is also telling us not to hang out with Reginald because he's dangerous and our top suspect. And, also, she was pushing us to basically follow Reginald and possibly try and sneak around, peek at everything he has. You know, it's the more she tells us to do things, and the more I was editing the last video, I noticed that we can't really trust Twyla either. Like, we don't know much about her, and why would she want to steal, like, this knife? Like, she probably has an actual good reason, but she is really making herself seem more suspicious than usual, especially when Crowven, of all people, was to say, hey, do not hang out with her. She is mad. She's insane. Stuff like that. I mean, if it was from Reginald, I would have been a little suspicious of him, but this was Crowven, and he's going through a lot. So, I don't know. Also, someone pointed out to me, because, I was questioning about what those, circle and line things are on Mary. I was questioning if those were actually socks, or if that was actually, like, part of her. And someone pointed out, and I'm very happy for this, that in her nightgown, she doesn't have those. So they have to be, like, sock decals or something, or, like, something on socks. It had to be something, like, socks related. And the more I looked into it, the person was not wrong. But I can say that some of these characters are definitely based off of animals or things, as how Arcade Kitten has made it. Which Arcade Kitten does a lot. I feel as though she does, or they do. Because Mary is like a doll, or like a robot, but I'm more going with doll because I actually have a doll that has the same type of thing, like joint area, as what her socks show. And there probably is a robot that has that too, but I don't know. Crowven's a crow. Twyla is an owl of some sort. I don't know exactly off the top of my head what type of owl, but definitely an owl. And you know what I just remembered? The phone. The phone had all those things on it. Like, the phone and their icons showed basically an animal. I don't remember what Reginald's was. It was something cute, though. I know that for a fact. So now, we are here at Reginald's apartment, and without further ado, let's continue, because I really want to. We stepped inside Reginald's apartment, and already I could see what he meant when he said it looked nicer on the outside. It wasn't terribly dirty, but it definitely looked like there was some dust about. On top of that, it was incredibly plain. Dull of anything except doors, and an elevator, and a stairwell. Not even a decorative plant? To top it all off, there was a faint smell in the air that was just not good. I don't quite know how to describe it, but it was definitely unpleasant. I'm on the top floor. Our elevator is broken, however, so I hope you don't mind taking the stairs. That's fine, I don't mind one bit. As we walked up the stairway, I text Twyla to let her know I have arrived, as well as his address, just in case she needed that information later. Reginald's apartment was on the 5th floor. It was a long walk up the stairs, and once you were at the top, it felt incredibly high up. I was looking out the windows in the narrow hallway as he fumbled with his keys to unlock the apartment door. It only occurred to me after the fact that I probably should have offered to hold his bags for him, but I was distracted. He got the door open, though, and then welcomed me inside. Ah, it's cute. Well, here we are. I hope you forgive how messy things are right now. Messy? Reginald had nothing out except for his furniture. None of it seemed overly dusty or anything. Well, I suppose just then, Reginald got a phone call. Ah, terribly sorry, but I believe I have to take this. I'll just be a moment, but please do make yourself at home. Reginald excused himself into what seemed to be his bedroom. I took a quick glance at my surroundings to get a feel of things, and where I should look for evidence, I guess. How about the yard? I hate that. I hate when I start recording, I start yawning. Reginald's apartment felt a bit smaller than what I had expected. He seemed very minimalist. I don't know how much he was allowed to change about his apartment, but even still, I don't know how much evidence I could find when it seemed like he hardly owned anything to begin with. I took out my phone to text Twyla. I hoped she would respond quickly before Reginald came back. I'm in his apartment now, but I'm not quite sure what to do. He left to take a phone call. I know I should look for evidence, but I don't know where to look. Well, fucking look somewhere and try at least, instead of texting me. Even something small could be important. Okay then. I mean, she is right. I've got to look somewhere. Oh no. I want to text Twyla again, but no. I wanna... What's in the hallway? I should have saved. I didn't. I peered out into the hallway using the peephole on the door. I don't know what I was looking for exactly. Faintly, I could hear the murmuring of people on the other side. It sounded like his neighbor was talking to someone out in the hall. Okay. Bathroom. I opened the door to Reginald's bathroom. It was pretty tiny. Cramped even for a bedroom apartment. I looked in some of the drawers. There was nothing that really struck me as being suspicious here. I left the bathroom. I don't want to look in the bedroom, but we're probably gonna have to. Kitchen cabinets. I walked into the kitchen area and quietly started opening some of the cabinets. I couldn't find much in there. The only thing that could have potentially struck me as suspicious is a bottle of drain cleaner, but it was kept right under the sink. That's not weird. Yeah, that's not. Drawers? I opened the drawer of the end table that was sitting behind the couch. There's nothing really in here except some keys and spare change. I closed the drawer. Oh, we're gonna have to look at the bedroom! I quietly snuck over to Reginald's bedroom door, where he was talking on the phone. I felt bad listening into his conversation, but I couldn't really hear what he was saying. But he sounded frustrated. Not angry, just frustrated. I stepped away from the door. Huh. Okay, I guess the last thing we had to do is talk to Twyla. Okay. I was having difficulty seeing anything suspicious. I was about to text Twyla and ask if she had any ideas of what I could do. But before I was able to text her, I was hit again with an unusual and unpleasant smell. It was stronger this time. It was definitely something in this apartment. I followed the scent to a door at the end of a hallway in the apartment. Oh boy. It led me to a room with an oddly placed wardrobe in it. I'm scared. The smell was coming from this. Twyla, there's a weird smell in the apartment. I think it's from a wardrobe in here. Is it locked? I don't know. I haven't tried opening it yet. Do I dare open it? What if there really is something in there? What if there's a body in there? What would I do? Would I just pretend I didn't see it? Would I run out? Would he know? Mary, are you okay? Have you opened it yet? No. Well, what are you waiting for? You don't want to get caught by him. That's the only option. Okay, fine, we're opening the door. Come on. Twyla was right. I didn't want to get caught. And knowing what was in there was important, even if it wasn't something pretty. I reached a hand forward, but the wardrobe shook. The wardrobe shook. It just shook. Really? You better open it then. Again, she was right. I don't have a lot of time, and if it moved like this, something or someone had to be in there. I had to know, or else I'm just letting another person really open the door. It's only giving me that option. That's scary. I hate when it gives me just one option. I reached my hand towards the handle. It wasn't locked, and inside... It was a nest of rats. Just like Reginald said he had been having a problem with. It looked as though the mama had become a mama not too long ago. I guess that explains the smell and the shaking. I felt bad having doubted him now. Oh! It seemed as if I woke up the rats. The mom looked like it was going to attack me, but Reginald was there and he held the door shut just in time. Reginald, I'm so sorry. I can explain. I was looking for the... No, it's quite alright. You went looking for the rat by yourself, right? But it was irresponsible of me to let you do that on your own. If that rat's infected with something and bit you, then... Oh, I would have just felt so awful. Hey, it's okay. I'm fine, see? I shouldn't have been looking through your stuff like that. That was really awful of me. I'm sorry. No, don't apologize. I'm the one who's sorry, letting you come over when my apartment is in such a state. I'm sorry, but it's probably better if you leave now. No, that's understandable. I'm very sorry. No, I wanted to stay. I apologized to Reginald a few more times before I left for good, but he assured me each time that he was the sorry one. He looked really embarrassed. I felt so bad. He asked if I wanted a ride home, but I told him that it was okay. I'd just take the bus. He was also kind enough to reassure me that he would look for a rat specialist or something to pick them up, rather than use the poison, because he knew how much it bothered me. He was sweet. As I hopped on the bus home, I checked my phone. Mary? Are you okay? Did you find anything? Sorry, I didn't respond earlier. I opened the wardrobe, but there were just some rats in there after all. Damn it, that doesn't help our case at all. Actually, there was something a bit unusual I spotted while I was in there. What was that? You said that you bought rope earlier, right? Yeah, why? Well, when I opened the closet, I noticed that there was some already in there. Is that so? What do you think he needs it for? Twyla? Oh no. Yeah, see? She doesn't have that. And it's not like the nightgown is covering, nor does she have it on her arm, so... Hey, are you there? It's late. I wasn't sure you were still going to message tonight. I just had a busy day. Understandable. As did I. For some reason, I have a feeling our days were busy in different ways. That's probably true. You must be tired then, after such a busy day. I guess so. Well, I won't keep you up longer than I have to. As long as you're safe, that's all that matters. Hoping to see you soon. Good night, Mary. Good night. Thank you. I want to be at least a little nice to this mystery number, even though they say they have my parents. Like, come on, man. It's been a few days. I haven't heard a lot from Twyla, but I guess that's expected. Yeah, ooh, cold point. Normal people scare bees. I love that. She doesn't really update me on our situation, but I guess that's alright. She seems to have everything under control, I guess. She only really calls me up when she needs me for things. Other times, we just happen to run into each other. But I'm okay with that. Really, I am. This is a really big thing after all, and it is kind of her thing more than it is mine. Like, I'm kind of just a sidekick in all of this. I know it's really important, not just to her, so I try not to add more stress on her shoulders. Even if I know I get on her nerves sometimes. I wish these weren't so expensive. I mean, I know I'm not poor, but with these prices, I will be. Was that my phone? It is. It's a text from Twyla. Does she need me for something? It's a good thing I'm already out if that's the case. Hey, Mary. You there? Thanks for your help a few days ago. It actually helped me a lot. I'm very appreciative. You did a terrific job. You really think so? I'm so happy to hear that. Even if I don't see how I really helped that much. I have a question for you, although it's kind of last minute. Do you want to come over for dinner tonight? Oh, really? I mean, sure, I guess so, but why do you ask? It is kind of sudden after all. Yeah, I know. It's kind of like a family dinner thing. I wasn't going to invite you. But then, my uncle suggested I do so. Since you've been helping me out so much, he thought it would be the polite thing to do. And he's right. That's why I'm inviting you, now. You don't have to say yes, but again, it was just the polite thing to do. Well, yeah, I can come. It sounds really nice. Thanks for inviting me. So you're coming then? Alright, I can have my driver pick you up. Send me your address and I'll forward it to him. You can expect him at around 6-ish. Oh, that won't be necessary. I'm just gonna be at the cemetery again. Really? Yeah. It's just easiest. Whatever. Just make sure you're ready. Mm-hmm. When the time came to be, I was waiting at the cemetery like I said I would be. I recognized the car and license plate from the last time we drove together and got in. The chauffeur was the same, too. He didn't say a word to me, and I didn't say a word to him. It was a very quiet drive as we made our way to Twyla's house. Oh, it's so pretty. I love it. Upon arriving there, it had already turned dark. I noticed that the fountain in front of her house had been lit up. It cast a very elegant glow all around. I also noticed... I hate the yawns. I also noticed there was quite a few cars in her driveway or parking area. I don't know how to describe it. It was large and made of bricks, and there were lots of cars there. That made me kind of nervous. I know she said it was a family dinner, but this seemed like a lot of people. Would I really be okay being here? Would it be really okay if I was here? I don't know. I don't know what it said. It already seemed like I didn't belong. I got out of the car and it drove off as soon as I closed the door behind me. I guess I had no option to turn back now. I climbed up the stairs and upon making it to the top, rang the doorbell. Without even being inside, I could hear all the commotion going on within. Without even hearing her come to the door, she opened it suddenly. And quite honestly, I didn't expect to see her dressed like that. Whoa! Oh, you made it after all. I was beginning to think you canceled on me. Was there a lot of traffic? Or was my driver late getting you? No, but you're dressed a lot more fancy than I anticipated. Here, come inside. I don't want to let bugs in by keeping the door open. She looks so pretty. As I stepped inside, there were many people, all talking and chatting. Some had glasses of whatever, alcohol it was. Some had little plates with them. But all of them were dressed extremely formal. Like party formal, the type of stuff you wear to weddings or extravagant sweet 16s. Twyla, this is so embarrassing. You didn't tell me people were gonna be dressed like this. Or that there was going to be so many of them. I feel so embarrassed. Why didn't you tell me? I would have at least dressed up more. Oh, don't be dramatic. You're fine. You dress semi-formally all the time anyways. I have to go make sure dinner is running smoothly, but you can do what you want until then. Just as long as you're not snooping through my things or anything. Wait, I can't just stay with you? You're the only person I know here, Twy. No offense, but you'll just get in my way. You'll be fine, though. See you during dinner. Dang. Hitting me with those truths. I would only get in the way. Twyla left shortly after that, leaving me to wonder why I had agreed to come to this in the first place. When she said family dinner, I guess I imagined something much different. A quaint event with some extended family and a nice meal. This was definitely some sort of party she was throwing. I don't know how many of these people were actually family, but I think it was more than obvious that I wasn't. I felt like everyone was staring at me. It brought back bad memories of mine. I tried to find some place where I could sit and not bother anyone until dinner was ready. Eventually, I found the couch in her living room was surprisingly empty and took a seat. I tried to look as normal and small as possible. I already didn't feel welcome here. I didn't want to take up more room than necessary. I tried to stay on my phone for the most part, but I felt rude to be doing so, even though I wasn't talking to anybody anyways. It just felt inconsiderate to be on my phone. Putting it down didn't really help how I felt, though. Although I did enjoy an intended conversation, I did hear one that caught my attention. Don't give me that look. You know this place. The bookstore on 4th, run by the old guy. Okay. Oh, that one? Bookstore on 4th? That was the bookstore Twyla and I went to. What happened with all that anyways? I read the newspaper about newspaper. You didn't just watch it on TV? No, I prefer to sit and read it with some coffee. Anyways, like I was saying, they confirmed his death the other day. Really? Wasn't he brought to the hospital? Hell if I know. The article didn't say. All it said was that he was found with multiple stab wounds, bleeding out on the floor of his own store. I don't even think they found him until morning, but they estimated he died around closing times. I didn't hear about a hospital, but it seems he's dead now regardless. Oh gosh. I felt heartbroken. That was the bookstore owner Twy made me distract. I didn't even hear of his death. How long ago was it? Did I miss it? Did they have a funeral already? He was so nice to me though. But his store was so empty. Was he all alone in the end? Is this my fault? Does death follow me now? Who's going to be the next to die? No. Deep in my own thought, I almost tuned out of their conversation. But then I heard another thing that made me snap back into it. Is he even fucking here at all? I haven't seen him, but I wouldn't be surprised if he isn't. Not like he does anything anymore anyways. Denson was always pathetic. Maybe now he's finally realizing that. Denson, that's Twyla's uncle, right? You sure you want to be saying that so loud? What if he is here and he hears you? Does it matter? Not like we'll get kicked out or anything. I guess that's true. I thought it was pretty cruel of them to be talking about him like that. I know I don't know him, really, but I can't help but feel bad for him. They're talking so cruelly about him, and in his own house. I hoped he wasn't here, and if he was, I hoped he didn't hear anything. I can't imagine hearing someone talk about me like that in my own home. Well, actually, is dinner ready? People around me started to leave into the next room. The thought of having to sit at a dinner table with them made me feel nervous. I thought about just staying in here instead, but in the end, I got up and followed them into the dining room. Upon entering, it felt very different than the rest of the house. Twyla's house was classy but colorful, but this room was drenched in white. The only thing to offset it was the brown long dinner table in the center. And what a long table it was! It felt like the kind you saw in movies. People began to sit. Hastily, I looked for Twyla. On one end of the table, I noticed that Denson was here after all, and he took a seat. I had hoped those talking bad about him weren't near. On the other end, I caught sight of Twyla beginning to pull her chair out. She saw me. I think she must have sensed how nervous I was because she gestured me over to her. Oh, thank goodness! I made my way over there as quickly, but also as politely as I could. I was planning on taking the seat next to her, but another man got there before I did and sat down. So I just took the one next to him. I was still in talking distance of Twyla, so I was okay with it. People began to talk, as well people do. And I started to tune out of their conversation again. That is, until I was brought into the conversation. She's a bit freaky looking, ain't she? You get used to it.
Oh, who, me?
Yeah, look at me a sec. I can't look in those eyes too long. It'll freak me out.
Oh, yeah. I would get that a lot.
You ever thought about auditioning for a horror movie? I bet they do something great with a face like that. She would fit in well to one. After all, she can talk to ghosts. Ooh, is that so?
Oh, yeah, kinda. I've only done it a few times, but... yeah.
Really? Show me then.
Oh, I can't.
You should show him. I think it would be a neat party trick.
I would, but it only really works when I'm sleeping, it seems like.
Oh, sure it does.
Come on, Mary, show them what you can do. By this point, the people sitting across from us seemed pretty interested too. I don't know, I mean, the atmosphere here isn't...
Come on, not even for me. A poor man with a late mother. You wouldn't even give him the chance to speak with her again?
It's not that I don't want to, it's just...
I've seen you do it before. Surely if you pushed yourself a little harder, you can do it right now.
I wasn't sure what to do. Everyone was looking at me. I didn't want to embarrass Twyla or myself, but if I pretend to do it, I'll just embarrass myself farther. They'll just think I'm a fake. I don't know what to do, but I have to decide soon.
Be honest. I'm sorry, Twyla, but I have to be honest with myself.
I'm sorry, I really can't. There's a certain conditions I need met, and this isn't really a place I can do it.
Sure. First, it was that blue-haired guy. Now this redhead chick. Jeez, Twy. You sure seem to attract a lot of useless people, don't you?
Perhaps I do. Is that why you're sitting next to me, then?
Youch! Got me there.
The people who were looking at me before now turned back to their earlier conversations. But they gave me a bit of a snicker before they did so. I could tell they probably thought I was just some crazy girl or something. I wish I could have been a ghost myself right then.
Oh, I'm sorry, but I'm not gonna just pretend to do it. Especially if he's thinking I'm gonna talk to, like... I don't know. But wait, blue-haired guy. Oh, that's new. Okay.
Dinner was delicious, but it was hard to enjoy it while I was trying to swallow my embarrassment at the same time. At least I didn't have to talk anymore during it. After what felt like forever, the party finally ended, and I asked Twyla if I could call her driver for me, if she could call my driver for me again, or at the very least, where the closest bus stop was. I had hoped I hadn't missed my bus back home. Twyla did so, but as I was about to leave, she told me,
"Don't embarrass me like that again."
And she shut the door behind me. I felt like dying. At the very, very least, I was able to get home safe. Hi again.
You were late again. Another busy day?
Yeah, I went to a friend's for dinner.
How did that go?
It could have been better. I feel like I embarrassed myself.
It's something that happens to all of us.
I wish I could eat dinner with my parents again.
One day soon.
They are safe, right? Not just alive, but they're fed and warm?
I believe so.
What's that mean?
Don't concern yourself with it.
Oh, this again. Just as long as I can see them safe again.
The day is approaching. And will I see you? You will. Good night, Mary. I didn't think about that, but this is this is really making me think, and I hate it. I do not trust Twyla right now. Especially with that don't embarrass me like that again. And not to mention blue-haired kid. She had a blue-haired guy around with her before, and apparently that was useless. That guy was useless to her. And now the dude from the bookstore was found dead. Freaking stab wounds, and I'm thinking back to that knife that Twyla had. Oh god, I don't like this.
It's been a few days since then. I think Twyla's been doing well in the investigation. At the very least, when I message her about it, she tells me it's fine. Since Twyla hasn't really been the one initiating our conversations, I've been trying to.
This dog. Grayson! Come here!
But it's usually only a few short messages.
Alright, I'm back.
But it's usually only a few short messages, and the conversations don't really go further than that. I'm sure she's just busy, though. And I know that if she needs me, she'll call me. So I just wait until she needs me. But I've talked enough about that already. I had a nice day by myself, actually. Sometimes it's nice to just return to the cemetery for a normal day after so much chaos. I made sure I put at least one flower on every grave today, though I haven't talked to any of them. I had considered doing it, but like others tell me, it's probably not a good idea to fall asleep in public places, especially if there's a killer on the loose. So I decided I wouldn't do that today. But that's not what happened, though. I truthfully didn't mean to fall asleep. I didn't. But when I sat back against the mausoleum we have, after being outside and on my feet all day, well, I was just so tired. I didn't even realize I fell asleep. Until I woke up to the sound of rain. I was surprised to not have had any strange dreams this time, but this was a big problem. Only the roof trim of the mausoleum was keeping me safe from the rain. And it was pouring. And worse even still, it was night. The only light I could see was from the street lamps at the outside of the cemetery. Oh dear. How could I have slept so long? Well, I couldn't stay hiding under here all night. I took a big breath and ran across the cemetery to the street. I swear this dog. I am very sorry. Oh, I'm gonna get a headache. Luckily, the gate wasn't locked. Again, I was surprised but thankful, as it meant I would not have to find some other way out. Once I was out on the sidewalk, I noticed the streetlights were the only lights on. Everything else seemed closed. How late was it? I didn't want to pull my phone out in the rain to check, but by any means, I had most definitely missed the last bus back home. I wasn't sure what I was going to do, but I had to find shelter first. I ran through the rain, trying to find anything that was open. It wasn't long before I felt my shoes filling with water. I'd get a cold out here too long, and the rain showed me no signs of letting up. But I knew there just had to be something, anything, open. And eventually, I made it somewhere. It was the movie theater. Thank goodness.
Huh. Okay, interesting movies.
I rushed myself inside and took a seat beside the posters, waiting to dry off and taking out my phone out. Just as I had suspected, it was pretty late. And knowing the usual times of the cinema, I could tell it wasn't going to be open much longer. What do I do? Even though I wasn't sure how he could help me right now, I had to at least try calling up Crowven. Why isn't he picking up?
Mary?
Oh, he picked up, thank goodness. I was starting to get worried. I'm having a bit of a problem right now.
What is it?
Well, you see, I kind of fell asleep in the cemetery. I only woke up a few minutes ago. And it's raining really bad right now, and I missed the bus, so I don't know, I was hoping maybe you could help me out somehow?
No can do, Mary Mo. Didn't I tell you?
Tell me what?
Mary, I'm like, not even home right now. I'm not even close.
Huh? Where are you then?
I'm like out of the fucking city right now, Mary. I had these plans with these friends. It doesn't matter. I swear I told you.
Well, I don't remember.
Look, bottom line is there's no way I can help you from here.
What am I supposed to do then?
Fuck, Mary, I don't know.
I heard his frustrated sigh through the phone. I couldn't see it, but I could tell he was pinching the bridge of his nose.
Where are you right now?
I'm at the movie theater, but I think it closes soon.
Alright, well, do you have anyone else you could call up? Maybe stay with them tonight?
I mean, I guess so.
Awesome, great, sounds good then. Look, Mares, I really gotta go, okay? Call up one of your other friends. I'm sure one of them will come get you.
Alright, then good night.
I heard the click of Crowven hanging up on the phone.
Call up one of my other friends. Well, there's only 2 of those. Who should I go with?
I don't want to call the mystery number. What are you, crazy? I'm not calling the mystery number. What are you, nuts? Not doing it. Not doing it. Twyla, I'm really not trusting you right now. So actually, I'm gonna save. And what I'm gonna do is I'm gonna call Reginald. I'm gonna see if he could help me. And if that was a bad decision, then we will go back and call Twyla. But, you know, I'm calling Reginald.
I tried dialing Reginald's number, but there was no answer. I tried again, just in case, but there was still no answer.
No! You... Brit! I wanted to call... No! Never mind then. My plan has failed. We're gonna have to call Twyla. Or are we gonna have to actually call the mystery number? Call Twyla.
I called up Twyla. I heard the phone ring a few times, and then she picked up. She sounded angry, although she didn't sound like she was asleep before I called her.
Mary? What are you calling me for? Don't you know what time it is?
Yeah, I know. That's kind of my problem. It's a long story, kinda, but I missed my bus home and I need a place to stay tonight. I was hoping maybe...
Are you serious?
Yeah.
Fine. But you owe me.
Yeah, of course. Thank you so much. I'm in a movie theater.
Let me guess. By the cemetery.
Yeah, how'd you know?
I'll be there soon.
Okay, thank you again.
I didn't want to call Twyla, but I had to. I wonder what would happen if I tried calling the mystery number.
Twyla came to pick me up herself this time. By that, I mean she was driving the car this time rather than having someone drive for her. She was fully dressed, but I couldn't tell if she changed out of pajamas just to pick me up. She seemed a bit annoyed picking me up, so I made sure to thank her again. The drive to her house was silent except for the rain. Luckily, there wasn't really anybody else on the roads tonight, and we got to our house safely. Stepping inside the house, it felt a lot more calm, like the first time I visited. I definitely preferred this to the liveliness of the party a few days ago. Although I must admit, when there's hardly anyone here, it does feel empty. Twyla's home had less doors and more archways. And passing one, I noticed the TV on. Was her uncle in there? Is everyone up so late? I followed Twyla upstairs to her bedroom. It was my first time seeing it, and it was a bit different than I expected. A lot more cluttered than I thought it would be, I guess. Not overly cluttered, but Twyla never really struck me as the type to collect clutter, but you learn something new every day. Well, here's my room. You'll be sleeping here with me, but I actually have to head back out. Really? In this weather? Why? It's a personal matter. I don't want to talk about it. Oh, I see. Okay then. You can borrow some of my pajamas in the dresser and use the shower if you like, and eat from the kitchen, but again, I'm trusting you not to look through my things. Oh yeah, of course, I'd never. Good. I'll be back soon. See, I'm not trusting her when she says, do not look through my stuff. I don't trust that. And then she left back downstairs again, leaving me here alone. I wasn't sure how long it'd be until she'd be back. I'd feel weird sleeping in her room without her here. What should I do? I want to look at the books. Twyla said not to snoop through her things, but surely the stuff out in the open didn't count. She had a few books splayed out, so I decided to give them a look. Love at First Death, a tragic true story. It wasn't the reading material I used to seeing Twyla with, or even expecting to see it in her room at all. But it's interesting too.
So she has the St. Grove, St. Grove, investigating the town that disappeared overnight. A memoir of Detective Reginald Valera. Huh. She's really into those, Oh, right as singer for Twyla. Ooh, she got that, that's actually really nice artwork. It's interesting.
But it's interesting too. Maybe she's trying to branch out and try new things. I wish I could be more like that. Maybe I'll try to branch out more too.
So, let's go to the kitchen.
I decided to look in her kitchen. She said I was allowed after all. I headed back downstairs and into the kitchen. It was dark, but I wasn't sure where the light switch was. Was Twyla's dinner party prepared all in here? It seemed like a small kitchen compared to the amount of guests that were here for it. Was dinner really made here? Probably best not to question it. If I know anything, it's that Twyla works in mysterious ways.
Very mysterious.
I wondered what she had in here, though. I've never seen Twyla eat, aside from the dinner party a few days ago. Well, I guess there's only one way to find out. I opened Twyla's refrigerator, and to my surprise, there wasn't much at all. Even with that giant party they had, there were no leftovers. Or did they eat them all already? Still, there was a lot of empty space. There was a bowl of cherries, some gallons and bottles of water, and a leftover pizza box. Huh. I checked the freezer too, out of curiosity. There were 2 slabs of meat I couldn't quite recognize, and a tub of vanilla ice cream. Well, if anything, I don't think there's anything I wanted here. I closed the fridge and looked into the pantry, but again, there still wasn't a lot. There wasn't much else in here. I thought about heading back upstairs, but I could hear the living room TV playing from the next room. And it was playing a familiar voice. I know that game show.
He looks interesting.
I entered the living room and made my way to the other side of the couch, from where Denson had been sitting. I didn't really say hello as I entered, kind of just plopped myself on the other side of the couch from where he was. He already knew I was here. It felt kind of awkward to be saying hello so late into my stay. This is Purell, right?
Yes.
I used to watch this game show all the time with my dad. I was never really good at it, but Dad was. I think he could have won if he got on it.
That's so.
Yeah. Do you think you'd be good at it?
Grayson! Stop! Come here. Oh my gosh. I love my dog, but dang.
Do you think you'd be good at it?
Could be. Not confident I'd come out on top, though.
Don't say that. I think you could win. Probably. I mean, you have such a nice house. Surely you have to be a smart and hard worker to afford it. Sorry, was that rude?
You have a point, I suppose. But I don't exactly feel working hard advocates to knowing the most popular doll line 9 years ago. Or knowing how fast a horse is.
Yeah, I guess that's true.
Our small talk pretty much ended there, and we continued to watch the show in silence, only piping up to guess an answer or two.
It was a bit strange, but nice too, in its own weird way. Like a childhood sleepover. Eventually I heard Twilight come back home again. She walked right past us and straight upstairs. I heard her open the door to her room, stop, and then walk back downstairs. And then she joined us in the living room.
What are you watching?
For real?
You like that show? No offense, but I didn't really take that as something someone like you would enjoy. Alright, and the next subject is graveyards for 300. Hey, you should be good at this one.
Oh, maybe.
A broken, column-shaped headstone is used to represent what? Well, which is it, Mary?
Oh, I think that's...
I genuinely do not know. I want to actually look at this up, because I... Okay, a broken... I haven't even opened Chrome yet. Oh my god. Okay, so a broken column-shaped... A broken column... Because I genuinely do not know this. Column-shaped... My guess is probably maybe a death from foul play or a life cut short. I'm thinking it's death from foul play. So wait, what was it again? Let me see. A column-shaped headstone. What does this mean? Indicates, oh, it's a life cut short. Okay, so I would have been way, oh. Actually, since we're supposed to be Cemetery Mary, we're gonna... I'm sorry, I actually had to look this up because I really was curious.
Broken columns represent life that ended early. That's why it's broken. Because you weren't able to reach old age, like how the column was broken before it got to the top.
I wonder, what if we got that wrong? Would it have been just like a funny, haha, embarrassed moment? Or what would it have been?
At least that's what I've heard.
The contestant answering said something similar to what I said. That is correct. Huh. Nice job.
Oh, thanks, I think.
I would have thought it was like, I don't know why, but I thought it was like foul play. But then again, I guess it's because of based around what this game is meant to be. It's like about foul play and stuff. Alright, let's head to bed now then. I don't want you sleeping in too long tomorrow morning.
Oh, okay. Good night, Dozen.
Good night, girls. He does not look happy.
I followed Twyla upstairs and into her room again. She handed me some of her spare pajamas. I took her up on her offer to use her shower and headed to the bathroom before I got changed. Her bathroom was really clean. Cleaner than mine anyways. She didn't even have any toothbrushes or clutter on the sink. Maybe there was another bathroom they used more often. Taking showers in someone else's house is always weird, but the shampoo had a really nice smell to it. Strangely enough, I don't recall smelling this on Twyla ever. Not that she smelled dirty or anything. Twyla always had a cleanliness to her, but the shampoo didn't seem to match hers. I got changed into Twyla's pajamas. They fit pretty comfortably, though I expected that since we were two small girls. When I returned to Twy's room, the lights were already out. But she was clicking away on her laptop. I noticed on the floor she left a blanket and pillow for me. I didn't really want to just sleep on her rug, but I wasn't going to argue with her hospitality. I cuddled into it and tried to get comfortable. What are you typing?
Nothing.
Are you messaging someone?
No.
Does it have to do with the investigation?
That's none of your business?
Oh? But I'm helping you, aren't I?
Yeah, and I appreciate it. But there's parts of it I need to do on my own.
Why's it have to be a secret? Wouldn't I be able to help you more if I knew?
No. Like I said, I appreciate your help, but I don't want you getting in the way.
But what if I knew something? Something that could help? Something that could point us in the right direction?
I already have my direction. I just need proof.
You are certain that Reginald really did it?
Who?
Reginald, the guy you told me to stay away from.
Yeah, I know who he is. I'm absolutely positive it was him.
How can you be so sure of that? I don't understand how you can be so decisive over it, especially when you don't have any proof.
I'll get it. And then you'll know why you shouldn't doubt me.
Alright, then. Twyla, do you want to be a detective? Do you want to be a detective? Is that why you're doing this? And working so hard for it?
Not necessarily. I just want my city to be clean.
Would you want to be a police officer or something then?
Oh, God, no. Grayson! Why? Why do you have to be like this? I love you! Come on! Ugh. Oh, you can actually hear the typing. Oh, God, no. Even if the police weren't morons, I still wouldn't want to be a part of them.
Are you like a vigilante then?
What's with all the stupid questions?
Sorry. What will we do after we catch him then?
What do you mean? We'll hand him over to the police.
So that's when the police step in?
Yeah. They're the ones who need to arrest him after all. We just take care of it until that point.
I see. And then?
And then what?
And then what about after that?
What do you mean? There's nothing after that. It'll be done.
That's it? There's nothing else you want to solve?
No. You say that as if it's common to chase down murderers.
Well, no, I mean, I don't know. Our friendship is pretty much built on solving mysteries, so...
What? We aren't friends.
We're not?
No. I mean, if you want to refer to me as being your friend, that's fine. But it's important you know I don't see you that way at all. I don't plan on talking with you anymore once this is over.
You don't?
Like, maybe if I need you for something, but otherwise there's no point in continuing this alliance. What? You're not upset by that, right? I thought I made it pretty clear I was just being polite to you.
No, I'm just really tired. I think I'll sleep now. Good night.
I had a hard time sleeping after that. It didn't help that I was stuck on her floor either. I did eventually get to sleep, but I didn't feel any better about it in the morning. When I woke up, Twyla was awake too. I don't know if she even slept. She seemed to be in the same position she was when I went to bed. I guess she's something of a night owl. She didn't say anything to me as I grabbed my own clothes and left to the bathroom to change. I left her pajamas by the sink and headed back downstairs. I left without even saying good morning or stopping for breakfast. And I decided I'd walk my way to a bus stop or something. Even though Twilight doesn't think of me as a friend, I'd like to still think of her as one. I'd like to, but...
Everything with her is not adding up.
It's been a few days since I slept over Twi's house. Again, I don't get any texts from her. After our last conversation, though, I'm not too sure if I want to. I'm probably just being too sensitive, though. Despite this, I actually haven't been too lonely, especially this morning. Crowven and I planned to stop and get breakfast together today. I was glad, especially after my last encounter with Twy. It was a nice little pick-me-up. It helped remind me that not everyone sees me like she does. We went to Planet Dollars. Crowven really likes their coffee, but I can't stand coffee. I did get something, though. We stood outside eating our food by the front window. I think we were going to walk around a bit, look in some stores, maybe, but we got distracted in a conversation.
And so then I'm like, what the fuck? You can't just say you're getting food and then not ask us if we want anything. And then he starts acting like a dumbass because, well, you didn't tell me you wanted anything. Like, dude, if you say you're getting pizza, we all fucking assume you mean for the group. But no, this bitch just bought 2 slices for himself. Like, I'm not fucking crazy, right? That was fucking stupid, right?
Yes, I can see that being frustrating. If you want, the 2 of us could get pizza tonight instead.
Maybe. I don't know, though. No offense, Mars, but don't you think you ought to lay off some of the junk food? I mean, you're eating a donut for breakfast.
Oh? Where did this come from? If anything, you eat way more junk food than me. And I'm not the one who bought 2 cases of soda and birthday cake flavored ice cream during our last grocery run.
Well, you got me there. Ah, shit, hold on. I'm gonna use the bathroom before we go. Be right back.
I'll be here.
I wonder what happened to Reginald.
I watched Crowven crinkle his now empty plastic cup in his hands and toss it into the garbage. I could hear the chatter of people inside from the brief second the door was open as he entered. I stood there, patiently waiting for his return. I was about to take my phone out when I felt someone grab my arm. Huh? Oh my goodness. It's just you. What are you doing here?
Mary, what the fuck? Haven't you been getting my texts?
No, I'm sorry. I haven't been checking my phone.
I need you for something.
Right now?
Yeah, I have someone I want you to try talking to. Just like you did at the cemetery.
Can it wait? I'm kind of in the middle of something.
Oh, fuck you.
Oh no.
Crowven marched right up to us, and I stood in front of Twyla to prevent him from getting close. Leave my fucking friends alone, goddammit.
Nice to see you again, Crowven.
Keep my name out of your fucking mouth, you fucking bitch. Oh god.
Crow, please. I tried to shush him. People on the street were beginning to turn their heads our way. I felt my hands begin to shake the more I tried to quiet him down.
Sorry,
I'd let you hurl insults at me more, but Mary and I have a job to do. Come on, let's go. Wait!
Don't you dare fucking go with her. I can't believe I can even be fucking arguing this right now. Are you fucking serious? Even after I fucking told you about the scum she is.
Let's not waste time, Mary.
Unless, of course, you want more people to die. You agreed to help me when I needed it, and now I need it. So, are you going to... Hey, you shut your fucking mouth.
Crow, I'm sorry, I have to.
You have to?
It's really important, and I need to help her. Please, try to understand. It's something that affects you.
Damn right it affects me. You know what? Fuck it. I'm done. Just fuck off, Mary. Oh my god. Just fuck off. Don't even bother coming home tonight. I warned you about her and you just, what, ignore it? Am I a joke to you? If you'd rather spend time with her than listen to the one person that actually cares about you, then I don't give a shit what happens to you. Don't fucking talk to me again.
I tried to reach out to Crowven, tears in my eyes, but he slapped my hand away. Without another word, he stormed off, leaving just Twyla and I there. Twyla was unaffected, but I couldn't hold back my tears. I tried to hold it in with sniffles, but I eventually began wailing. Like a child who had just realized they lost their mom in the supermarket. I couldn't stop. I buried my face into my hands, hunched over and crying in the middle of the sidewalk. My throat burned with misery, and the more I tried to calm myself, the sadder I became. I think I had felt my heart break. Twyla waited beside me, and from the corner of my eye I could see she was scrolling through her phone, waiting for my breakdown to be done. felt like I would never stop. I was only able to begin to calm down when I felt a headache begin to form. As if that physical pain was just enough to distract me from the emotional pain I felt. And as all cries do, it began to settle down, even when it felt like it would last an eternity. I rubbed my eyes and took deep breaths, and I silently prayed that once we caught the butcher, Crowven would be able to forgive me.
We're gonna end it here because I feel like this is a good place to end. That was insane. I don't know what to expect from that. I was not expecting any of this. This actually kind of hit me. Anyway, I hope you all are doing good, and I hope you guys are enjoying this. Please, hit the like button and subscribe to join the military today. And I will see you all not very soon, because I said that last time and this came out a little later than it should have. But, hey, doesn't matter, does it? I will see you guys soon enough, and we'll continue playing this. I hope to see you all later. Goodbye.